I am so excited. I have been really struggling at getting the 10 millionth word read, but I've read 9,992,374 words as of right now. Cliff, I seriously don't know if you, I just want you to know how deeply grateful I am for you. I am serious. I am totally serious. I appreciate you so much. I just
Wow.
love being able to sit down and, yeah, just sit down and read Sherlock Holmes. Oh my gosh. And I've got a whole collection of books at home, my bookcase. And on the bottom, I have all of the books that I've read with Speechify.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
just, look at this. Look at this right here. You see this little red star
Yes.
right there? I put the red star on any of the books that I complete with Speechify, and it's unbelievable. I genuinely, I mean, genuinely, I appreciate you so much. Speechify has literally changed my life.
Wow.
It's unreal. I I I looked forward to this. I literally have looked forward to this meeting, this call from you for the last 2.5 years. I have not come in every single day to the library, but almost very, very, very consistently, almost, well, 9,992,374 words worth.
Wow.
I'm coming here to read. Um, wow, I know it. It's incredible. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you and thank you so much for developing Speechify. You're simply my hero.
Oh, this is too kind. Well, first of all, congratulations. Like that's such a huge accomplishment. Uh,
I like to travel a lot through reading. That's perfect.
Same.
I scan the book page by page, but if I scan the book page by page, then it literally narrates to me the text of the whole book, and like right here, because I knew that we had this meeting
Yeah.
today, so I stopped on page 311 of the Strand magazine, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and I thought I'll just put a line there, and so I'll come back to that some other after this meeting. And I said, I thought this is just unbelievable. This is so incredible, but it's so amazing that I have literally learned how to over the last 2.5 years. I've learned to take a picture of the text of the page and then bring it over and crop it if I need to. I don't need to.
Mm.
I don't need to as much because I've had a chance to really streamline
Yeah.
my taking pictures and cropping. And then I hit play, and I love the British voices that you have on there. That's then the best thing, to read Sherlock Holmes with a British accent. That is the best. It's just incredible to me that I mean, it's a joy. It is a such a joy for me to come in to the library and bring a book. It's like, what? Because I'm so active. I go everywhere I do. I'm busy. I'm always going. So for me to stop everything and come into the library with just a book, a dry book that doesn't
Mm.
physically show me, ooh, entertaining, but my brain is working. And it's like whenever a teacher is teaching, she sits with Sherlock Holmes and she reads it to the class, and you have the copy of the book, and she's reading along and you're following along, and you're like, oh yeah. And then as I'm hearing the voices, which I love, the voices are just incredible. But as I'm reading along with the narrator, I am learning all of the information. It's like, that's incredible. That's incredible. 9,992,370 words. I cannot even get over that. This morning, I had a girl who works downstairs in the library brought me a dozen donuts. She said, this is in celebration of the milestone that you finally read enough words for to have this conversation
Oh,
with Cliff Weitzman.
oh, that's amazing.
I genuinely thank you for, I could, it's like if I did not have Speechify, I, listen to this. Here's the perfect analogy. Whenever you're driving a car that's got power steering fluid, if you put in the power steering fluid, the car drives perfectly. If the power steering fluid runs out, you can still drive the car, but it makes it so complicated. Having Speechify is like having it's like having our steering fluid. I literally have books, and then I pull one of those books out. Like I've got some here. What happened in Vegas? Oh my gosh! This is
Wow.
just incredible. I I love it. It's like you have in creating Speechify. It's like you have personally helped me in particular more than any other person. I mean, sure, the doctors helped me when I was in a coma and, 30 years ago, but um, no other person has stood by and walked me through this reading uh, uh, fiasco,
Right.
that I couldn't read before. I mean, I could read, but it's like driving with no steering fluid.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's so complicated. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Why would I? It's like, why in the world would I come to a library um, and bring books that don't flash and entertain me? It's just reading. Why would I do that? Because I love reading. It's incredible. It's like you've created, it's like you've awakened the reading bug in me.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I appreciate you. I just really, really, genuinely appreciate you. I also was going to tell you, I was going to say, I read that you went to Brown University. I do it. I do it by page. Like if I have a 120 page chapter, like in one of the books I'm reading, I literally take every picture of every page so that it will
Oh, you
um
just do the entire book. You'll take 120 pictures at once, and then you have the
yeah,
book.
yeah,
And then,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
so then let me ask
yeah,
you. Let's say the
yeah.
library closes, and now you're driving
uh,
home. Do you continue listening on the way home, or do you wait until you have the book in front of you?
I usually wait until I have the book in front of me. However, yesterday when I was driving home from my mom's, uh, I have the introduction to James Patterson's What Happens in Vegas. I have the introduction to this that I have already read, sort of, but then I have it on my phone, on my Speechify app, and I'm like, oh, that means that I can listen to this while I'm driving. And so I just because I love to read, to actually read the books, but I thought this is incredible. And look at this, I'm already on page 157. It's like, what is going on? I literally can't express how genuinely you personally are helping me. And and I watch a lot of YouTube and I see you all the time. So this is amazing. I'm
Oh,
stoked.
amazing.
It was incredible. I have stopped whenever I discovered Speechify. It was only 2.5 years ago or so, and I literally thought this. I thought I don't know if this is true because that sounds just too good to be true. I don't think. And then I have just random books at home, like on Pekingese dogs. It's like, okay, and I literally tried. I scanned like right when I was just starting out. I mean, just made aware of Speechify. I took pictures of the book, and only a couple of handful of books pages, and then I hit play and it played, and I was like, oh, this is exactly what I need. I
Oh,
cannot believe
beautiful.
this. And it's just I literally cannot express, I cannot put into words how greatly my life has improved,
Oh,
like so much. And it's thanks to you, Cliff
oh,
Weitzman. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. You're
So
just
beautiful.
amazing.
So good. Well,
Ah,
you're amazing for sticking with it so strongly. So in 2.5 years, you said
yes.
you read the 10 million words. So how many books was
Right,
that?
right, right. I think I counted. I think I counted. I think I counted 55 books
Wow, that's
because
incredible.
some of them are thick books. I read a lot of Christian books like John Piper and John Grisham. And the same thing about Speechify is that you literally can, because like my phone is portable, so I can
Mm,
literally take it with me in any like if it's a website or if it's a commercial
mm.
or if it's something on TV or a sign on the road that I don't have a chance to look up and spot read, I will just take a picture of it and then go back and then crop it and then hit play on Speechify, and it's like you've opened a whole new world to me. It's like I think that Speechify is I think something like 135 for a year, something like that, and it equates to like $11 a month or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be incredible. And then so it's while it's I don't like spending money, but if I would so gladly I would pay so much more than that because Speechify is, I mean, changing my life. Like literally honestly, I wouldn't be able to just to sit and read like if I didn't have somebody narrating the but and it's so smooth.
Mm.
It's just it's just incredible. I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you how how much I appreciate you. And Speechify, it's changed my life. I mean, literally. Well, I'm a Christian, born again Christian, and the Bible says that Jesus came that we might have life and life
Mm.
more abundantly. There is a whole lot of like then I'm talking for real, whole lot of um genuine love for everything. I was in a coma. I was in a coma for 6 weeks, and now to not be in a coma and to be able to walk around,
Mm.
which I couldn't do. I've got pictures of me holding onto the walls, holding onto the railing on the walls, learning how to finally get out of the wheelchair I was in Richmond and learn how to walk again. And it's like that's just phenomenal. That's but I think I think the answer to your question about what is the genesis of my joy,
Yes,
it's
exactly.
it's because because I've come to God on his terms, and I am a born again Christian, and I it literally changes my life. And I'm also the oldest of five kids, and my mom, I know my
I'm
mom
also
had
those.
super hard because we didn't have any money at all. Because after my mom graduated from high school, she got married to my dad. They had five kids, and then my dad just up and left.
Wow.
It's like,
Yeah.
and the only way that you can make your life count is to educate yourself. And
Beautiful.
the more books that I read, like the At Home in Mitford, the Mitford series, that's incredible. That's just amazing. And this right here, it's about a pilot he was going to fly the very first plane that flew into the trade towers. The night before, he got reassigned to another, and so it's like, holy cow! And it's the very coolest thing about
Wow.
my whole Speechify involvement is that yeah, I can pick such good voices, such clear voices, to read to me, to narrate to me this book that I would love to read. But honestly, I've got so many books that I've got at home that I kind of, read the first chapter, and then I have a bookmark in there, and it's like, but now with Speechify, it just changes everything.
Oh,
I
so stunning.
literally,
Now, now, do you listen and you look at the actual book? You don't listen. You look at the phone highlighting the words.
Right.
You like
Well,
to
no,
look
no,
at it.
no, no. I take a picture of the book with my phone. I take a picture of that, and then once I've taken all the pictures of all the chapter, then I go back and crop it, and then hit play, and then I turn to the actual book, and
Yes.
then I read along with the narrator that is literally narrating to me the books, the words. It's crazy. That's why at first I thought this can't be all it's cracked up to be. But then I discovered that, oh my gosh, it is. And I'm so stoked that Speechify hasn't dissolved like companies
Mm,
that were out there, online companies. I appreciate I appreciate the 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 energy with which you pursued
yeah. Big time.
streamlining Speechify. And I want you to know that I deeply, I mean, every single day I come in, I use Speechify like, well, obviously almost 10 million words worth. It's like, oh my gosh. And I want you to know that um, it's like I couldn't live without Speechify. I mean, can live.
I feel the
I
same
get
way
like
about
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing,
Yeah, like
amazing,
I can't
amazing.
imagine. I mean, you said too before, like, man, I would. Let's say I didn't invent Speechify, I would gladly go into debt in order to have access to the tools so I could read the stuff because, like,
One
without
hundred
it,
percent.
it's so difficult. It's just so difficult without it. And your experience is exactly the same as mine in that regard. Have you noticed the app improving over time over the last 2.5 years? Have there been that were things that have gotten better? Or,
Unbelievable. Oh, so much
oh, I'm so
better.
glad to hear that.
It's just. I mean, it literally. And I don't mean to
Please.
change the subject, but like right here in the. Oh yeah, here I am up here. There we go. In the Sherlock Holmes book right here, literally, what I do is I take one picture of this whole page. It's got the column, it's got the volume, or the sidebars. I take one picture and Speechify reads to me the entire page in order. I don't have to. I do have to sometimes go back, like when chapter ends, the next chapter starts way up here. So I sometimes have to push pause and then go up here and click the button, and then it narrates and it reads to me the whole book, and it's incredible. It is just amazing. I love everything about Speechify.
Ah,
I literally would not be anywhere near the the person I am now if it weren't for your um, your 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 energy and your
oh,
education. It just it's I appreciate you more than I can possibly tell you, and this just makes me the absolute happiest.
oh my
To
gosh.
let me show you. Let me show you this real quick. This is I had this propped up on my phone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is donuts today.
That's so
One of the
cute.
girls downstairs. I might have said this already. One of the girls downstairs. She literally,
Ah,
and just this next thing, anticipation for your media is flip bites in,
that's so sweet.
and it's
Oh my
like
gosh,
that.
what a
It's just
sweetheart.
incredible.
What a sweetheart.
Definitely,
I love it. It's so
no,
beautiful.
yeah,
Let me show you.
amazing.
Let me show you one thing. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this is helpful. So, I just took some. Can you see my phone here? So I just took
Uh
some
huh.
pictures. I took 4 pictures.
Uh
Right,
huh.
you can see the 4 pictures here.
Right. Right. Hmm.
And once you click the button to like go to the next, there's like two things I want to make sure you know. One is like the columns. I
Yeah.
think that you already know about this feature, right?
Oh, I well, I I have seen that before on Speechify, but I
So
don't have
let's
working knowledge.
So let's say, I took pictures of a bunch of things and they have these columns that I want to separate them to like one and two. I could say
Right.
apply to
Oh,
this page,
kind of like.
or I could say apply to all pages. And now for all pages that are scanned, all four, it applies to them. And then I just click save. The other thing that
Oh.
I could do is I can go
Hmm.
here, and I can say, hey, I want to like be like very specific with the cropping. So I can do that. And I can apply
Yes.
it here,
Yes.
or I could apply to select pages, and I tell you, okay, only these 2 pages, or I can say apply to all the pages. The other thing that is useful is I can go crop. So let's say you have the footnotes and you don't want the footnotes, right? Like let's say this thing at the bottom is a footnote. I go, okay, crop, and then I go boom, and then apply to all the pages, and then save. And so typically that's what I will do when I have to handle footnotes.
Right.
The other thing is if you click on the bottom right here, rename documents, retake the scan, delete this page, delete selected pages, reset edits, blah blah blah, and then I can like listen, save and listen, and now I have my very nice book here.
Notice, please note, smoking and vaping are not permitted inside the building.
And then I can do it. So I just wanted to show that for the footnotes, that's how I end up solving that problem typically.
Cool. That's awesome. You know, I love listening to your voice on reading. It's like, wow. You know, I was also able to make my own voice as a because now it's got that thing where you can make your own, and it's like, oh my gosh. And what I totally am hoping to do before she dies is I would love to just hold up my phone to the TV when Judge Judy is on and have Judge Judy be a narrator.
That's so funny. That's a great idea.
I have absolutely fallen in love with Speechify over the last 2.5 years, and I you're asking me which YouTube videos appeal to me most. It's the
or ideas or concepts.
Right. It's the information about your struggles and your then overcoming those struggles and creating Speechify, which is totally legit. 100%. It is just incredible. So that, like, for example, I know that Cliff Weitzman does the backflip. I love when you do the backflip because that sort of like kind of jolts everybody in the room. It's like suddenly what oh my gosh, what?
So
and then that attracts all of the attention, all the eyes on you, so that you can say that Speechify is the best thing in the entire world. It's just incredible. I cannot tell you, literally, I can't express how authentically this helps me every single day of my life. Every single day. It's just, so I take you with me all the time. You're amazing. I can't believe that I'm actually speaking to the Cliff Weitzman. That's incredible.
Amazing. Well, Patrick, you're amazing, and congratulations. Very, very proud of you, and incredible progress. And please let me know when you hit 10 million. That's so exciting.
That's incredible, and I just so deeply appreciate you. And I'm just incredible. Things like James Patterson books, I never would have, you know, because it takes me so long to read. But with Speechify, it's awesome because I don't do like you suggest, upping the speed to 3 times or 4 times. I only use like 2.1.
2.1 is amazing.
2.1. Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
That's so quick.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like if I sit with the James Patterson book, whenever the speed is at 2.1, it's like it gets me through so much faster than if I just simply like Sherlock Holmes, if I'm reading. Oh, here's the other thing I was gonna say. Whenever I read a whole lot of text, like in the Sherlock Holmes book, I all of the paragraphs together form a chapter, and it's like, oh, that is so time consuming and so just so frustrating. So it's like Speechify has saved my life, and I literally mean that.
Beautiful.
Amazing.